Hello and welcome to what will hopefully be a really big book haul. So last week I was watching the Books Unhaul podcast and it was like a reading confessions episode, and someone had got a problem about having too much of a TBR, which very relatable, and one of the responses was
just give away all of your books.
I'm not going to get rid of it all, but it did like really inspire me to be like, I can get rid of some of this. Like, this is causing me stress. I will play the entire clip once I start looking through the books, but essentially it was, if the books are no longer making you happy, if it's causing you stress, if it's making complicated systems, if the TBR is like crazy, just get rid of it. Like, it's not worth it. Like, sunk cost fallacy, it's not worth it. Get rid of it, make yourself happy. And I was like, yeah, I should do that. So all the books behind me, which you can only see 3 shelves here, there's another shelf below and there's another shelf above, so that's 10 shelves total, because like this is 2 bookcases. This is just my TBR. I do have an immediate TBR on my bedside table, but that's about 8 books and it's an immediate TBR, so I definitely want to read those. The ones here, I have purchased all of these thinking I will read these at some point. However, I think I need to start being a bit more serious with myself. When I'm buying books this year, I've very much been in the mindset of, will I read this in the next 6 months? And if I'm like 80% or more sure that I'm going to read it in the next 6 months, I've purchased it. And this year I've done that and it's gone really well. Like, I don't feel like I've over purchased this year, but there's a lot of backlist here. Like, this I made at the start of the year and this was all of the books on my TBR, and like this is crazy, there's like a lot of books in there. I've also been keeping a track of my TBR. You've probably seen videos throughout the year when I've been trying to reduce the TBR quite a lot, and it's just not really working. Honestly, I set a goal to have less than 200 books on my TBR by the end of this year, and as of the end of October it was still at 301. So I've got rid of 59 books, which is progress, but it's not enough progress. And honestly, I've read so much the last 2 months and maybe like 5 books have been from my TBR. The rest of them have all been like purchased to read then and there, or I've purchased on Kindle or got through Kindle Unlimited or something like that, because like I just don't care about the books on my TBR. So I'm going to very ruthlessly go through these shelves this video and pull out any that I don't think I'm going to read. I think if I don't see myself reading it in the next 5 years, I'm going to get rid of it. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll even make it shorter. Like, the thing is, majority of the books here I get secondhand, I get from charity shops. The majority of my books I've paid less than £2 for. There's not a big cost in there. If I get rid of it and repurchase it, if it causes me less stress now, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I think it's just time to go through them, and yeah, I will play you the clip that has inspired this and then we'll start going through the shelves.
Path number 1. Just give away all of your books and set your mind and body free. Complex systems are fragile and have many weak points and therefore can fall apart easily. Yeah. And so when you set up a complex system, whether that's a complicated recipe or it's a complicated bridge architecture structure, like, no matter, the more complicated a machine is, the easier it is for it to break. Yeah. And when it breaks, now you've got a broken system and you've got to like do a workaround or try and fix it or get back on the horse. So the easier a system can be, the better it will be. And so I think possibly your system is too complicated. Yeah. And if you just get rid of all your books, you can restart. And this is fascinating because I know that this advice that I'm giving is insane.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Yeah.
No one gives away 100 books in order to reset their TBR. And here we are again. You know, I love it. The sunk cost fallacy. Okay, people fear investment means you have to stay around. The idea came from finance. The idea that like, well, I've already spent 1,000. I can't waste those 1,000. I should probably just put in another 500. And you're like, Sir?
Yeah.
No. The 1,000 doesn't exist anymore. You have to restart yourself from now. You can think about this with relationships. Oh, well, I've been with them for 3 years. I don't want those 3 years to be a waste. No, those 3 years don't exist. It's gone.
Yeah.
You're in the present. Whatever you do, just moving forward. Don't look at the sunk cost.
Yeah.
If the books are causing you stress and anxiety and pressure, and you're having to create complicated systems, and the TBR is so you don't like it anymore, ditch it. Forget about the past money. The money is spent. The money is gone.
Yeah.
Reset. Trudge forward. So I think that's option number 1.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so this top shelf is a bit of a mess. These are all books that I am definitely interested in, but I maybe read one book, maybe 2 books from this shelf in an entire year. In fact, I know this year, I think I've only read one. No, I've read 2 books from this shelf this year, and it's like almost the end of November. So I'm just not getting through them quickly enough to have them like this. So let's go through them. Stephen King, I'm not going to get to anytime soon. I can get rid of that. This one I only got recently. Yeah, I'll keep that one for now. This one, Stephen King, don't care. This one I really want to like, but I've tried to read it a couple of times and have not got along with it. I think I'll give it one more chance. This is the only Stephen King that I will keep. I watched the TV show for Under the Dome, and I think if there's one I'm going to pick up, this will be the first one I try. So that can stay. 6'4". Honestly, I just don't think I care. Like, I don't read enough of this to keep ones I don't care about. Is this one the one with the talking cat? Yeah, this one's the one with the talking cat. We'll keep that. And we will keep those 2 for now. So those are going. The plot, really want to read. Honestly, I don't see myself reading Battle Royale anytime soon. Oh, this is also the shelf that the cats lie on, so I'd love to have this shelf completely clear because these books do get like hairy. So yeah, Battle Royale, I just don't see myself reading it. I know it's meant to be like the original Hunger Games. It's, you know, really well acclaimed. I just don't think I'm going to read it anytime soon. I don't see myself reading this in the next 10 years. I shouldn't have it on my shelf. Same with this, I just don't care. Lisa Jewell, I want to try. Do I need to? Probably not. What's this one called? Invisible Girl. I don't care about that. I don't care about that either. Do you know what? Let's just get rid of them both. If I genuinely don't care, I don't care. Watch this one, Girl on the Train. I've heard good things about this, and this is like an original, so I think I would like to read that at some point. The Appeal, I'd really like to read. I think this could be a mystery author that I really like. Okay, let's move the ones we're getting rid of down. The Guest List, I'd really like to read. Sharp Objects, do I care? No, I don't. I would like to read Gone Girl again because it's one that I've heard about for like 10 plus years. The Hunting Party, I mean, we'll give it a try. I've heard a lot of good things about The Guest List. I don't know about The Hunting Party, but I feel like it's fair to give it a try. The Split, oh, I feel like I've read the first chapter of this at some point and enjoyed what I read. But honestly, do I want to read a book literally just about like a narcissist ex trying to like track a woman down? Not really, no. This one, really want to read. This one I really want to read. But this is book 3 in a series that I've read book 1 of, and I don't own book 2. So I think I need to prioritise getting book 2, but I will keep this for now. This might be one that I'll put in like a destructing 12-month pile. Okay, cool. One shelf, gone through. Let's clean it before we put the books back. Okay, I'm going to focus on these 2 shelves next. So let's move this stuff out the way. And let's focus. I have skipped this shelf just because I've been playing around with this shelf for a while, but in 2 weeks' time I'll be filming my 25 books I want to prioritise in 2025 video, and I think I've got them on that shelf, so like they're definitely ones I want to keep. But let's move on. I want to read this. This is Helium by Rudy Francisco, but I brought this second hand and it's weirdly sticky, and I'm not going to read it because it's weirdly sticky, so I shouldn't be keeping it. Let's move these. Right, let's sort these out first. Yes, 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 yes. These are the Terry Pratchett ones. I do think there is another Terry Pratchett. There we go. Put those all together. I don't know if I'm going to like this. I think I have read the first chapter of Legend and I was like, it's interesting enough for me to keep for now, but The longer I leave it, the less I'm liking YA, so that is one that I kind of, you know, again, one that should probably be on a reading the next 12 months or get rid of list. I'll move these down now. Babel, I would like to give a go. I'd like to. I just, you know, it's a bit intimidating. I don't know if I'll like it. Don't know, I definitely want to give this a go. I read my first dark academia book this year, like proper dark academia, like no other aspects, and I really enjoyed it, so I do think I'll pick that one up soon. The Goldfinch is by the same author, but to be honest I don't know what it's about. Honestly, the back of this does not appeal to me. I'm gonna get rid of this. This one my mum gave to me. I think I'm gonna give it back to her. She was like, oh, borrow this, like you'll like it, but I'm never gonna get to it, so we can give that one back to my mum. Okay, let's put, I feel like these are free, where I don't necessarily need all free. So this is Americana, Half of the Yellow Sun and Purple Hibiscus, but I found all of them in the charity shop at the same time for £1.80 each, and they're really like amazing. They look brand new condition, so I got all three of them. Realistically, and what I'd do now if I was buying them this year is just buy one, because I've never read from the author before, so I think I don't need all three of these, but I know that I'll definitely want to try at least one. I don't know which one, so I'll keep all three for now. I don't think I want this. I'm annoyed because I purposely got the special edition, but the more I look into it, the more I don't think I'm going to like it. I don't enjoy short stories, and this is short stories, and I did not realise that at the time, so I don't think there's any point keeping it. The Vanishing Half I would like to read still. I think that could be good. Transcendent Kingdom, I think I'd like to give it a go. I don't read much like literary fiction, so I do find it difficult to know which ones I will like. I'd also like to give that one a go. And what are these two? Oh, these are more like horror-esque, I think. You know, I've tried to read this one a couple of times and haven't liked it. I should just call it quits. Like, yeah, it looks really cool, but I haven't liked it. I think, well, my bookmark's still in it from the last time I tried it. I got to page 60 and I just couldn't. So yeah, we'll get rid of that. Stop being silly, Heather. Stop being silly. This is one that I'd still like to give a go. It looks really, really weird. But again, is like set in Tokyo over the course of one night. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. It's a different author to the previous one, so hopefully it's written differently. I've also just found another bookmark, so that is all good. Okay, let's move these. Maybe not. Can we get, right, let's get some of these up. The Book Fifi one I feel like I should read, but I don't actually want to. The Familiars, yeah, this is 1612. I'm not going to read it. The Nightingale will be my one exception to my not really keeping historical fiction, because it's got so many amazing reviews. I think I should give it a go. The Tattooist of Auschwitz, it's got an author's note at the start that does say it's based off first-hand testimony of one survivor. I think I'll keep it for now. I would just, if I'm going to read something about, like, you know, World War II or like anything kind of history based, I'd rather read a non-fiction, but we'll keep it for now. I can see more historical here. Do I care about reading Hamnet? No, honestly I don't. The Essex Serpent, this one's very pretty. No, I don't want to. Honestly, I just don't want to. So that's fine. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay, we've got a few more paperbacks here. Let's pull these out. Right, Grace of Kings is definitely one I want to read. This is one that should be on this bottom shelf. On this bottom shelf down here is all of my classic books, which are all ones that I've tried the first chapter of and have decided that I would like to continue reading. There's actually two books down here that aren't classics though, so I'll move those out of the way. Razorblade Tears, really want to read. Mexican Gothic, I'd like to give a go. Dawn, I'd really like to read. The Leftovers. This always sounds good, it's just, I've never seen this series. It says like new original series from HBO, I've never seen it and I just don't like the cover. I think whenever I've looked at it, if I just look at it, I'm like, but when I read the back it sounds really good. Like 3 years ago, 2% of the Earth's population disappeared without a trace. Yeah, I'll keep it. I will keep it. And then these also, right, Pax, really want to read. Remarkably Bright Creatures, would like to read. On Heaven British Gorgeous, would like to read. Left Hand of Darkness. I feel like this is one I want to read, but I feel like there's a reason I haven't picked it up yet. I think I thought it was the second book in the series and I didn't own the first one, but looking at the inside, that's not true. So yeah, we'll keep. Ocean at the End of the Lane, we'll keep. I'd like to at least give it a go. Okay, so that's one shelf kind of done. I would really like to keep this one. These are all ones that I want to keep. Okay. Sea Tranquility, really want to get to, and we'll definitely keep. Heart's Head Training Wheels, definitely a keep. The Dreamers. I really wanted to read this and enjoy it, but I started it not long ago and I just couldn't get into it. I think this is one that's not for me. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning and I really wanted to like it, but I don't think it's for me. A man called Ove. I want to give it a go. I want to give the author a go. So I think The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Again, one that I've started previous, but I don't think I got very far in. Oh, actually. Okay, I only read the prologue, so yeah, we'll keep that one. And I have not given that one a fair chance yet. Ghosts by Dolly Alderton. I don't care, honestly, I just don't care. I think this is one that I've tried to read a couple of times as well. It sounds so good, it looks so interesting, I don't think I want to read it. And then Inheritance, I want to read. I would prefer to have a different copy. This is crazy big, especially compared to my other books in the series, but for now that's fine. How High We Go in the Dark, definitely want to read that one. Song of Achilles, definitely want to read that one. Death of a Bookseller, love this cover. I have not heard good things. I'll still give it a go, but I think I might have brought that one a bit too quickly. Wildcat, I'd really like to read this one. So yeah, we'll keep that. Short Second Life of Britannia, yeah, that's one of the Twilight ones, which I have technically read when I was a child, but I'd like to read them as an adult, which is why they're on the TBR shelves. And Yellow Face, we'd like to read. That's another Twilight one. Okay, I don't want to read this. I really love the first 5 books in the Percy Jackson series. However, if I'm being honest, like, I read the first one in the next set of 5 books, and it just wasn't the same for me. Like, it didn't have the nostalgia because I didn't read it when I was younger, but it also just didn't hit me, didn't connect with me. Like, yeah, so I don't care about continuing on with this part of the Percy Jackson series, so I'm going to get rid of these 3. Okay, Ariadne I'd like to read, and On Beauty I would like to read. And then we've got a small little pile here. Being Called, I'd like to give this a go. Spin, I'd like to give a go. Century Reign, I'd like to give a go. This is one where there's a problem with, I would like to give June a go. I don't own the first books, I wanted them all to be like the same size books. I just haven't come across them in the charity shop since buying these 3. So that's a bit of a problem. I don't actually know which one. This is Chapter House. So June Messiah Children. Okay, so this is book 3, so I don't own books 1 or 2. These will stay for now, but I need to decide what I'm doing about this one, because like realistically I can't keep like a series I can't start. That seems silly. So we will, yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. We don't need to do the shelf. Let's move over here. We'll start at the very bottom because I don't think there'll be any I get rid of. This is my non-fiction shelf. Do you know what, actually I don't care about this one. It was cute when I got it, but I don't care anymore. This is like a tiny little witch's spell book. Yeah, all the rest of those I want to keep, so that's fine. Let's move up. Okay, these 2 books are from the library, so I'll move those out the way for now. I don't know if I want to read this series. I don't know. I'll keep it for now, but I need to try the first one. I think I do need to do that at some point. There's quite a few fantasy series here where I own a few of them, but I haven't read the first one yet, and I need to prioritise that. City of Brass, definitely want to read, definitely want, well, at least want to try and make sure I like the author. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that's pretty easy. Move that one up there where there's room. Okay. I might as well get rid of this one. It's book 3 in a trilogy that I got like 3 years ago, and I've never purchased the first 2 books in the series. If I decide to read it at some point later in life, I can just buy them all. It's fine. Yes to those. I'd like to try that one at least. These are the Eragon books. I definitely want to give those a go. Sanderson like to give a go. These are all relatively new, and I'd definitely like to give those a go. Do I care about American Gods? I don't. Let's just get rid of it. Would like to give that a go. Would like to give that a go. I'm going to get rid of these. This is a trilogy, and I've purchased these, and I've always said when the 3rd and final book comes out, I'll read them all. I don't think the 3rd and final book is ever going to come out, so I'm just going to get rid of them. If the 3rd and final book does ever come out, I can repurchase them. It's not a big deal. I can see I spent £2 on this one and £2 on this one. Really not a big deal. It's okay. Okay, got to do the top 2 shelves now. Okay, these are the final 2 shelves. The camera's going to die, so I'm going to go through these quickly. These are a definite keep. These are my December TBR. Keep. This is a series that I own 8 books in and have not read a single one. I really need to try reading the first one, but until then, I will keep them all. I'm going to get rid of the Eye of the World books. I don't think I'm going to read them in the next 5 years. I don't think I'm going to read them in the next 10 years. There's a lot of books in this series, and a lot of them apparently are just a massive drag. And I don't see myself making myself read these anytime soon. Night Circus. Do you know what? I've tried this a couple of times and I didn't enjoy it. I got to page 67. I'm going to get rid of it. Like, if I didn't enjoy it by page 67, I'm not going to enjoy it. Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings. Keep that. Keep those. Keep those. And keep those. Okay, top shelf. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that is it. I will go through these, pile them all up, tell you what I'm getting rid of properly, and yeah, that's that. Okay, it is quite a while later now, but we are sorted. So there were 33 books that you'll have seen me get rid of whilst going through these shelves, which I will quickly tell you the title of all of them in a moment, just in case it wasn't clear. I was very much just chatting as I was going. But then also since then there are 5 more books that I'm getting rid of. One of them I have read, which is The Lost Hero. I decided to get rid of the rest of this series during this, so there's no point keeping book 1. I'm never going to reread it, and I'm never going to continue on with the series. I'll also be getting rid of this one. This is the only red book I'm getting rid of. And then I've decided to get rid of books 5, 6, 7 and 8 of the Rune Lord series. Basically I'm keeping books 1 to 4 of the series up here. What I've seen online is that this series is made up of 2 parts. Book 1 to 4 is 1 part, and then books 5 to 9 was intended to be part 2. However, the author passed away before book 9 was ever out, which means that this part 2, which is like completely standalone from the first 4, was never complete. So you can read the first 4 and have a complete story arc, but then I could continue on and read these, but the story arc won't ever be complete. It looks like the author died in 2022, I think it's online, and it looks like basically the manuscript was 80% done, and there's been talks of the 9th book coming out at some point, but it looks like that just keeps getting pushed back and back, so it's highly unlikely. So I'm going to get rid of these and just like have this series tracked in my personal series tracker as Rune Lords Part 1 and just not worry about these. So yeah, that is those. So we've got Heroes of Olympus, Lost Hero, Sons of the Oak, Worldbinder, The Wormling Horde and Chaos Bound. And that does mean that altogether we are getting rid of 38 books today, which does feel really good. Majority of these will be donated. There's a couple that are in really good condition, which I will pop up on Vinted, which is linked down below if you ever want to have a look. But yeah, most of these will just be donated. So let's go through exactly what we got rid of. First person singular, The Keeper of Lost Things, The Goldfinch, In the Miso Soup, American Gods, The Wise Man's Fear, The Name of the Wind, The Family Upstairs, Hamnet, The Familiars, The Book Thief, Invisible Girl, More Than This, The Essex Serpent, Ghosts, The Dreamers, Sourdough, Battle Royale, 6-4, Sleeping Beauties, The Son of Neptune, The Blood of Olympus, The Mark of Athena, The Witch's Spellbook for Love, Happiness and Success, Salem's Lot, Firestarter, Beyond the Shadows, The Split, Helium, Sharp Objects, The Night Circus, The Eye of the World, The Dragon Reborn. And those are all of them. So that is 38 books that I'm getting rid of and can say goodbye to, and I feel really good about this. It does feel like a bit of a weight lifted off my chest. I definitely feel like there will be more purges in the future, but for now this is a good start and it definitely feels like a step in the right direction. So yeah, that is my unhaul. I do really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you did like it. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!